McDo and actually late na eh. It is 7:51. Usually 7:30 umalis. So it is day 3 of PCNE, our last and final day. So now we're just in McDo and I'm with Mitch, Kuya Denver at Apple, and then Amy is there at the other table. So, ayan. So, magbubuk lang kami ng Grab tapos alas na. So, see you guys later. Okay, so we're now here in the Grab. So, there, Janver and Amy are at the back katabi ko si Mitch. Si Apple nasa harap. So, okay. So, perfect time to make kwento kasi kanina. So, I was the first one as always because I'm the early bird. So, I was at McDo like 6:20 a.m. And then, si Mitch, mga, what time ka? 6:30. Tapos, she bought food pa. So, sinamahan ko siya habang kumain. Tapos, usually kasi, 7:30, nakakaalis na kami. Pero 7:30, wala pa sila. So, matagal kami naghintay. So, mga
1 hour.
almost 1 hour. So, mga 7:40, 7:50 na rin sila dumating. So, ngayon lang kami nakaalis. It's 7:56. So, yeah. I'll get back to you guys pag nasa USD na kami. For today, the mass is not the first activity. So, I think there's just like, I don't know, parang concert, I guess. Kasi since today is the last day of PCNE, ginawa na lang last activity yung mass. So, pero alam ko 8 pa rin yung start, 8:30 na. So, late pa rin kami. But anyway, so, hindi ko alam kung what we're gonna do now. Pero, yeah, we're walking to Quadri Pavilion now. So, yeah, I'll get back to you later. Okay guys, so now we're walking to the entrance. Well, umakyat kasi namin yung 3rd floor. Tapos, dun sa side na pinuntahan namin, wala lang seat. So, check namin yung other side. Or maybe, baka umawit pa kami sa next floor. Kasi dami talagang tao. The good thing is, Sunday ngayon. So, we arrived almost the same time as we did the past 2 days. So, ayun, tuloy-tuloy lang naman biyahe namin. Tapos, may dami ng tao. Tsaka, parang hindi pa nag-start. So, ayun. I'll just update you guys later. Okay guys, so yun nga, hindi pa nag-start yung program. Sabi na lang 2 minutes daw. So, we got the seat dito sa 3rd floor. Tsaka medyo malayo. Pero, maganda yung view namin off the stage.
Ay, dito ba talaga lagi?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And sometimes, whatever Jesus does, it's never easy. But He invites us to walk with our young people. But then, a few verses after that, when it was almost dark, the 2 disciples, what did they do? They invited Jesus. Jesus, it's almost dark, stay with us. Oh no, they didn't know Jesus yet. They said, stay with us. See that word again? Invite. Jesus is here, but sometimes we don't invite Him. And it's a challenge to invite Jesus, because when we invite Jesus, what does He do? He breaks the bread. He transforms before their very eyes. Their eyes are open because they invite Jesus in. And friends, we know the story. After that, they ran back to the disciples and shared the good news.
What a wonderful day.
came from a 30-minute break. Tapos during the break, he wanted us to like reflect, gano'n. So now we have to share like our commitment starting today to our seatmates. So ayan. Pero confidential yan, so hindi ko i-include dito sa vlog.
Pero, natiis na ulit tao, parang ligtas na tayo. Kami na pa nagtataas ng kamay. Ano ang gusto mong inanda?
Malapit po ang paksa natin sa puso ko. Sabi ko ng mga kuntalay, basahin ko daw ang Biblia na para sa letter.
Raul, kung tagal mo yung mga tatay, natutuwa ako na hindi pa rin naan sa puso mo ang pangalan at sabihin niya sa'yo na basahin ang Biblia na parang love letter.
Okay, so hi guys. So we just finished watching the play. Basically, the group was called Genesis, she says. So they performed like different type of stories, like the creation story, and other stories. So now we went to the Pitan area to eat. Now we're in Army Navy, and Father Dante.
I have ordered already.
Yes, Mitch. And then with Danver, Amy, with James are there ordering. So
Yeah. See?
yes.
Let's see. So what struck you in that session? The learning that you got.
Instead of perceiving technology,
Instead of
perceiving technology,
Oh.
like the best social media, like people use their phones a lot. Instead of perceiving it in a bad way, you try to make a good thing out of it, a beautiful thing, which is to connect with others.
okay.
Yeah, so Father naman.
So that is, I was not there. I just went because I like to meet you because I was told you were all there. But you, I was looking for Sir James Laksa, but you were there. You were there.
How about you, Annie? What did you learn?
Okay, I learned that our broken pieces make us all beautiful, especially when we put it together. And when you interact with others, you become part of their story and they become a part of your story as well.
Whoa.
So this is my food. I got the naked burrito. Tapos si Father Dante, burrito. Kasi diet daw siya.
Stay. Stay. Go eat. I'll take mine.
Sarap. Okay, so guys, makatapos lang
You just
namin.
finished?
Yes, kakatapos lang namin kumain. Tapos babalik na kaming UST kasi 1 PM yung start ng next session. Tsaka, ayun, nakaalis na rin si Ate Apple kasi now it is 12:40.
Okay, guys.
So we have a few minutes na lang. And then, yun. Sobrang lala talaga ng yung antok ko ngayon. Hindi ko alam kung anong turnout ng vlog na to kasi sobrang hirap eh. Inaantok ako ngayon talaga. So, feeling ko lutang ko sa vlog na to. Okay, so naglilibot kami ng konti ngayon and we're here at this fountain. So, ayan. Actually, gusto pakita ni Kuya James yung tiger pero nasa kabila ata. So, hinahanap pa naman yung tiger. Oh my gosh! Sige nga! Ang tangkad pala nung fountain na yan. Natatakot pala eh.
Sabi nga daw, stay off the center.
Sama kayo.
Janver! Go na, dali! Bilis lang!
Guard. Celebrate sila.
Kala ko timingan mo.
Janver, engineer ka pa naman. Janver, go! Go, Janver!
Ano ba? Oh my gosh. This will be epic.
Okay, sige.
Oh, okay. So, ayan na. Yay! Ayan, so nahanap na namin yung tiger. Apparently, andyan.
Nakita ko na
Sabi ni Kuya James, lumipat daw.
ICC.
Wait lang, kita nyo ba?
Ano pangalan ng tiger?
Yun. Wait lang. Ayun yung tiger. Dun sa may UST dyan. Yan. Gumagala daw yung tiger. Totoo si Kuya James, oh. Baka ikaw yung nagkamali. So this is how the church looks like. It's first time ko rin dito. Ate Apple was supposed to show this to us, pero ngayon lang kami nagka-time. So si Kuya James na ang nagdala sa amin dito. So yeah.
Hindi kang nababypass sila. Lukot, sabi ko. Ready na sila. Ayaw pang tawagin. Dito tayo. Dito tayo. Ayan.
Hey, Kuya James!
Dapat na tayo din, di ba?
Ah, dito ba?
Yan, ganda kasi dito natatap ang...
So guys, now we're back here at the Quadri Pavilion. And the program will start again in 5 minutes. Kasi 1:30 yung start. So, ayan, 1:27 na ngayon. And, yeah, I'm very excited for what's coming next.
Ba yan?
Masarap ba yung kinain mo?
Yes.
Ano
Na
lasa?
natuwa pa sa mga bata sa kalembang lumabel sa baba. Alright.
Alright.
This afternoon is going to be a classic for all of us here. A while ago, we already saw the Genesis to Jesus group who really showcased something very out of this world, very unusual. And I was talking to some of them backstage, and according to them, this was their 33rd show. 33rd show. Just like what the traditional age of Jesus was when he was crucified. My word and treasure map. X marks the spot. Here we are on this spot.
Grabe, kinigising talaga ako dito eh.
More thunder! Lightning! Rain! Pagyon! And grace. And again, we spend a moment of silence to now pray for this friend who prayed for us. Lord God, I pray that you fill this person's heart with all the graces that he or she needs in their lives. At sana po, Panginoon, maalala po niya ako pag-birthday niya para mag-libre po siya. All this we pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
So yun yung activity namin to do that thing.
Are you ready for what's gonna happen next?
To like draw on the back of the person in front of us para daw pampagising. Kaya dapat talaga daw
Ladies and
makiliti
gentlemen,
kami. So anyway,
You will
let's go back
be
to the
in for
program.
another surprise.
Could you spare one more for me? Drifting alone on an unforgiving sea. Don't know if you can see my face or why you're here in the first place. But if you're in tears, then could you spare one more for me?
Kaya, love always provides that stability. And I will do something this afternoon which really makes me feel insecure. Pero mabuti na lang may Diyos na kaya pa rin umibig at alam ko kayo rin mauunawaan ninyo ang isang katulad ko. At kahit na mukhang nakakahiya yung gagawin ko, siguro naman ay magmamahal pa rin kayo. At sana kapag may nakita kayong kaibigan, tao na parang nalilito, na-insecure, ipardaman nyo na merong tumatanggap, nagmamahal sa kanila.
We're just preparing for the mass. And grabe kanina, sobrang inaantok ako, tapos ngayon medyo okay na ako ng konti. I don't know, I'm actually looking forward to the mass. I think it's gonna be a good way to end this. As they said a while ago, PCNE is ending, but our mission is just beginning.
Continues.
Ayan. So, yeah, I'll get back to you guys later. Okay guys, pretty interesting kasi lahat kami binigyan ng white handkerchief. Tapos may nakasabi pa, Behold, I am with you always. Matthew 28 verse 20. So they're gonna give us instructions down when to use it. So pretty interesting and it's very exciting. So yeah, I'll just show you guys if ever I can later. Anong gagawin namin. Finished the mass, and that means PCNE is already over. And then now we're just waiting for Amy, and then mag-book na kami ng Grab, tapos uwi na rin kami. So, ayun. Hey guys! So obviously it's the next day, and I purposely didn't end the vlog yesterday because I wanted to include this part where I will share with you what I learned, mostly from day 1 and day 3, because in my day 2 vlog, I was able to like share that time. But for now, like I'm kind of going to put together what I learned. So day 1, this is the first session was heart to heart with Cardinal Chito. So he had guests like Attorney Ana Tarhata Basman, and then Robbie Domingo, CC Randina, Austin MD Quick and Brother Bo Sanchez. So their topic was joys and pains of the youth. And what I really liked from that talk is that each of them really touched on the issue of mental health. And I think towards the latter part of the talk, Cardinal asked them for like any final words or I guess a question in the same line as that. And I was really happy to hear all of them talk about mental health. And that makes me really happy as a mental health advocate. So it's nice to hear and see people being more aware and really recognizing it as a problem that really needs to be addressed nowadays. And then in relation to that, when they talked about like their struggles and problems, they really didn't they really made it clear and explained the importance that it's important to stay rooted in God no matter how hard your pain and your struggles are. Like, you'll always have God at the end as long as you just remember Him and take the time to talk to Him, because He's never going to leave you. So basically that's what I got from the talk. And then also one of the last things Brother Bo Sanchez said was that he wishes that the youth would base their identity on something that's eternal. If you watched my day 1 vlog, you can see that I included in the vlog the part where he said that. And one thing I really want to take note of is the term of eternal. So he said that eternal, he is referring to God or God's love, because His love, you will never lose His love. So basing who you are on that will really make a difference, and it will really make you feel blessed and happy, and it's something you will never lose. So if you remember God's love for you, you won't lose yourself. So that's what I really like. And Mr. Austin M.D. Quick, if you don't know him, I think he's the founder of Catholic Connect. Let me check. He is the basic Catholic. He's a passionate, internationally acclaimed Catholic speaker who uses today's media and technology to bring people both young and old. So he is the president and COO of Catholic Connect LLC. So it is basically it's an organization where he tries to connect Catholics and they talk about faith. So there. So one of the things that he said, and what I really like, is he said, "Be rooted in God and you will never fail." So that is, I even tweeted that quote because that's very comforting to hear or to see. Like, just be rooted in God and you'll never fail, because God will give you what you need, and as long as you do everything for Him, things will turn out well, because anything for and with God is always something good. And even if you fail, even if you experience downfalls, He's gonna be there to catch you. He's gonna be there to help you up. So I really think being rooted in God is also very important. And then there's also another sharer. Her name is Macy Lee. This is in the third. Wait a sec. I think it was somewhere in the 3rd session. Macy Lee, she's a 17-year-old student, and she just graduated from high school, senior high school. So she talked about her struggles as a student, and even how she's very passionate about mental health because of her brother. Again, that's in my day one vlog. So what I really liked from her is also about the mental health, and her struggles are very relatable to me because she's pretty close to my age and even to most of the people that were there. But then she said that despite having to like go through a lot, and you know, with her brother having autism, she never felt alone because she kept her faith in God. And she is the founder of Talang Dalisay. It's a mental health organization in the Philippines. And then she already has over 250 members and 50 partnerships with other organizations and charities. So with her talking about mental health and her struggles and her insecurities, she said that the only thing that really helped her was God. And despite her being younger than me, she really inspired me. And she's a good example of taking big steps, or taking that leap of faith, doing concrete actions to do something about your advocacy. And I think that that's very important, and it's what she does. It's not easy, but since she is strong, she keeps her strong faith in God, and she has a good relationship with God, she gets to do it. And she's a very good example of what faith can do for you. So there, or what you can do with faith. And lastly, for day one, the part where I showed the performances from the group was called the performances from Dulaang Tobias. So their skits or short presentations were about pressing issues in the youth today, and I want to talk a little about that. Well, I won't go into detail, but what I'm about to mention, I really see it as a serious problem, and I just want my viewers to be aware of the pressing issues of the youth today. So one was lowering the age for criminal liability, and then teenage pregnancy and abortion, bullying and depression, and drug addiction and extrajudicial killings. And there's also child labor. So I know these issues are not new to you because they're kind of all over media, all over the news. So I guess right now, like, I just want to share with you guys that these are the issues that are very pressing, very alarming to be seen in the youth today. And I think awareness is the first step. And once you share it, and when you talk about it in time, or you know, after some time, who knows, one day an ordinary person could solve it, or could even reach out to authorities for help. And talking about these problems shouldn't be it should be done. You should talk about these problems, because if not, they will never be addressed. So there. So for day 3, there wasn't much. So as you saw earlier in this vlog, that it was all just praise worship, it was all about singing. That was how basically all the sessions went. Basically our first session was like a worship, I don't know how to say it, but like worshiping through songs basically in the morning. And then after that, it was already performers. And after we had our worship, Brother Migs Ramirez from San Juan Seminary, who was our host in the whole thing basically for day 3. During that break, the 30-minute break, he wanted us to write a commitment. He wanted us to complete the statement, "Today I commit to the youth that blank." Or to make it simpler, he said, "Today I commit," and there. So for me, I don't know if you remember, but earlier in the vlog, when I said that I wouldn't share the commitments because it's confidential, which for other people it can be, or they're not really the type to share their commitment, but for me, I would want to. So I said that today I commit that I will fully live in the moment by keeping off my gadgets as much as possible and to always look for the good in the people around me. So basically, I decided to, the first part of my commitment, which is to fully live in the moment by keeping off my gadgets, my phone mostly. I wanted to make that part of my commitment because I realized that whenever I'm with someone or whenever I'm talking to someone, like, yes, I'm talking to them, but I'm like, oh yeah, but like I'm looking at my phone. So I want to try to keep off my phone as much as I can when I am with people so that I can connect with them more in a more personal level, like, you know, have eye contact with them and not just always look at my phone when I'm talking to someone. And I really think when we keep off our gadgets, that is when we fully live in the moment. So that is why that is the first part of my commitment. And second, I want to always look for the good in the people around me. I know it's very hard sometimes, especially when someone doesn't treat you in a nice way, but I don't think fighting fire with fire is the way to go. And for sure, not everything bad is 100% bad. There's always going to be that one thing good, even if that's a 1%, a 0.5% good, there is something. And I think me still being part of the youth, if I start myself, it's gonna create the domino effect. It's going to inspire others. And even if I started with commitment, even if I completed the statement with "Today I commit that," there, but then I can also say today I commit to the youth that I will fully live in the moment, and I will fully live in the moment by keeping off my gadgets, and I will always try to look for the good in the people around me. That could also be my commitment to the youth, because nowadays we're all into our gadgets, our phones, and I think the youth, they get influenced by that, but sometimes they just really need someone who will fully give their ears, listen with their heart 100%. So that is what I want to do for my fellow youth. And even as I become older, that is what I want to do. And yeah, fully, yun na naman ako sa fully living in the moment. But what I meant to say was, and when we look for the good in people, you can really see that it's going to change your whole perspective in life. So there, that ends my sharing, and I hope you liked my vlog, the 3 days. By now, all the 3 days of my PCNE experience has been posted. So if you haven't watched the first 2, I will link them down below. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to always smile and spread the love. Bye!